Hey there, it's Martin here, or Empty Net Surfer. Now look, I recently saw the MusicMan's spoiler-free review on Equestria Girls, and I'll be honest. Okay, first of all, I just gotta get something out right here. MusicMan is not the enemy, and I'm not unsubscribing to him because of that video. He just seemed too nostalgia critic, like he was being unfair as to why he didn't like the movie. I mean, come on, Mr. Man. If you don't like it, I can understand that. I can respect it, yes. But, well, the first thing I want to say is, you are treating this movie like it was part of the show. And I can see why someone would make the mistake. The very beginning and the very end took place in the original series of Equestria. But the middle is it's just like one big spin-off, if anything else. At least that's how I feel. Granted, it had a lot of similar characters. And this is another thing I want to get at. This is thrusting Twilight into an unfamiliar situation. And while I do feel like all the jokes about Twilight being in a human body were milked to the point where the cow could no longer give, the rest of it, yes, it was a repeat of the first episode. But because Twilight was being put in a situation with friends similar to her own, but didn't yet know her, naturally they'd react the same way. Plot holes? Yes, there were a lot. And I guess that's why they resolved many of them as quickly as possible or something like that. I don't know. I mean, come on. When you compare it to, like, say, Jurassic Park, that had tons of small little plot snippets that didn't go anywhere. Lots of movies have that, occasionally. Another thing I want to point out, let's see, what else was there? Well, there were some songs that I enjoyed, some I didn't. Yeah, I'm kind of picky when it comes to music, but that's neither here nor there. There was also the whole thing about what he thought the whole development was. This had nothing to do with the whole friendship scenario. If you pay attention to the very beginning of the movie, the real development here is Twilight trying to get used to being a newly crowned princess. I mean, she's undergoing body changes before she even gets to the new world. She's got wings now, for crying out loud! That's really all the development here. Twilight coming to grips with being a princess and what that truly means. Yes, they did have to kind of throw in a stereotypical character in Sunset Shimmer for it, and I'd be lying if I said that Sunset was, I don't know, if anything, an even worse version of Trixie. Speaking of, I actually did like that little scene with Trixie, so yeah. It just sounded like she had the potential to be a little different than her pony counterpart, but again, that's neither here nor there. I also think that you were being a little unfair to the new character, Flash Sentry. I mean, introducing him in the pony world, as well as introducing him in this movie, it opens up so many new doors for this particular series, should they ever come out with Season 4. In fact, there's a petition to bring it back. I mean, Twilight's already learned pretty much all she can about friendship. What's the next natural step? Love. So yeah, there is that. I do plan to go over all this in greater detail when me and Steve finally get to our review of this particular movie. But these were the major issues I had with this particular review, and I thought it was best to just get this off my chest in video form, send it over, maybe make a video response of this. MusicMan, I hope you see this and consider looking at it from the perspective of it being a spin-off, and if you do, if you still feel the way you do, alright then, I won't judge, but try to look at it not as a part of the show, but as a whole new series on its own. If that doesn't change your mind, I guess I can't I personally enjoyed the movie. If you don't, that's fine. Alright? It's fine. But don't go all nostalgia critic telling people why you think it was a bad one. Seriously. Yes, there's going to be people who hate you. Maybe they'll bash you a little bit. Hopefully they don't. Because I know the whole thing scenario. I'm personally all with the love and tolerance thing. I just want to say that right now. I don't hate you because you hated the movie. And I can respect your opinion. But this is my opinion, and I'm asking you, before you get into a full review, take another look at the movie and try to look at it as its own separate series and see if you feel any different. That's all I'm asking. See you later.